Welcome, and please be seated. Welcome to the 74th Honors Day ceremony. We are gathered here in the presence of our faculty and staff to celebrate the tradition of academic excellence that has been the hallmark of Trinity College for 201 years. The liberal arts tradition signifies an ongoing commitment to the life of the mind, to a perspective that is shaped by studying the past and that is committed to the future. Today's ceremony is one of the most important of Trinity's annual traditions. Trinity's founders acted on the conviction that education can transform lives and be a force for change in the world. Trinity is a college with an international reputation for excellence and for offering excellent opportunities for bright, engaged, and talented students. Today, we honor over 200 students whose work and lives at Trinity have been outstanding. We applaud our students' remarkable variety of accomplishments, including departmental recognition for top achievements, awards for individual creativity, and prizes for community service and commitments to improve our world. To our students being honored here today, you have earned these honors because of your own hard work and sense of purpose. And you have also earned these honors because of the dedication and commitment of the faculty and staff you see before you. I am sure that decades from now, you will remember them and will be grateful for what they have provided to you. This, too, is part of the Trinity tradition. I now ask you to welcome to the podium Sonia Cardenas, Dean of the Faculty, Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Scott M. Johnson, 97, Distinguished Professor of Political Science.
Thank you, President Berger-Sweeney. It's my pleasure to join you today to honor some of the most outstanding students for their achievements during the 2024-25 academic year. Before proceeding with the student awards, let me ask you to refrain from applause until the end of the ceremony, when we will congratulate all of the deserving recipients. I also ask for the prize winners to begin to approach the platform prior to their name being called to ensure a timely ceremony. The first prizes are presented by Dean John Selders. The Human Relations Award is presented to Alexander Nadelberg. This award is presented to an undergraduate who has exhibited outstanding citizenship and sportsmanship as defined in its broadest sense. The Class of 1922 award is presented to Jacob Lohr. This award is presented to a graduating senior who has done outstanding work in an academic field. The David Weiner Award is presented to Danny Pina. This award is given by the Senior Class Committee in recognition of David Weiner's 22 years devoted to improving student life as Dean of Students at Trinity College. It is given to someone who is committed to improving the quality of life for Trinity students in a meaningful way. The Connecticut Commandery Military Order of Foreign Wars Book Award is presented by President Berger-Sweeney to Jenna Safi. This award is given to a member of the graduating class who has demonstrated outstanding leadership qualities. The next prizes are presented by Professor Emily Brown. The James Goodwin Prize in Ancient Greek Culture is presented to Eleanor Raspa and Madison Schofield. The Melvin Title Prize in Advanced Latin is also presented by Professor Brown to Paulina Campanella. This prize was established by Melvin Title of the class of 1918. It is awarded to the student in Latin who attains the highest grade of excellence in courses taken and in a special examination. The John Williams Prize in Greek is presented to John Lambros for first-year Greek in absentia. This prize was established by students, colleagues, and friends of Professor John Williams, Hobart Professor of Classical Languages. It is awarded to students who have demonstrated excellence in the study of Greek language and culture. The John Williams Professionalization Prize is presented to Parker Firestone. The James Notopoulos Prize is presented to Jude Altman for first-year Latin, to Alexander Casella for intermediate Latin in absentia, and to Parker Firestone, President's Fellow. This prize was established in honor of Professor James Notopoulos in appreciation of his interest in promoting high ideals of learning. It is awarded for excellence in the attainment of Latin. The book prizes for excellence in language are awarded to students who have shown outstanding progress and achievement in the study of a language other than English. Professor Asiante, Professor Bennett, I believe, presents the award to Mel Keith, Malik Mustafa in absentia, and Rashid Saria for Arabic. Professor Izumi presents to Chi Lan Lu for Chinese. Professor Bouzet presents to Mary O'Neill for French. Professor Asiante presents the award to Haley Sussman for German. Professor Aldrete presents the award for Hispanic Studies to Marcus Carlson and Alexandra Goltz. Professor Izumi presents the award for Japanese to Sudesh Thapa and Chloe Tobin and Seaton Jigsaw Thering. We have a traffic jam, that's okay. Professor Aldrete presents to Clara Lopez for Portuguese. And for Russian, Joshua Sanders in absentia. The next prizes are presented by Professor Aldrete. The Trinity Prize in Hispanic Studies is presented to Pedro Mateo. This prize was established by the Programa de Estudios Hispánicos en Córdoba, of which Trinity College is a member. It is awarded to a Spanish major who has achieved excellence in courses devoted to Hispanic language, culture, and literature. The Trinity Prize in Peninsular and Latin American Studies is presented to Kali Minahan Leonard. This prize is awarded for distinction in Spanish achieved by a graduating senior majoring in Latin American Studies. The Erasmus Prize in the Humanities is presented to Neo Cambule in absentia. This prize was established in 2001 by John Molnar, class of 1985, and David Molnar, class of 1991, in honor of Kenneth Lloyd Jones, McCook Professor of Modern Languages. It is awarded annually to the junior or senior adjudged to have written the best essay in the humanities after completion of the sophomore year. The Ronald Ferguson Prize in French is presented by Professor Bouzet to Sarah Culling. This prize was established in memory of Mr. Ronald Ferguson, class of 1922. It is awarded to students for excellence in overall work within their major. The next prizes are presented by Professor Di Florio. The Barbieri Endowment Prize is presented to Christopher Del Cristo in absentia and John Pickering. This prize is awarded to students who have demonstrated excellence in the study of Italian language and culture studies. The Samuel Barbin Coco Scholarship Award is presented to Cordelia Padovan. This award was established by Hannah Lou and Samuel Coco in honor of their daughter, Caroline Coco, class of 1985. This award provides financial assistance to a rising junior who wishes to study at the Trinity College Rome campus. The Lova and Tanya Eliev Prize for Excellence in Hebrew is presented by Professor Bennett to Kevin Ensign. This prize was established to honor author, teacher, and humanitarian Israeli leader Ari Lova Eliev and his Lithuanian-born wife Tanya, whom he met while commanding ships that brought 1,000 Holocaust survivors to Palestine. It is awarded to a student who has written the best essay in the humanities. The next prizes are presented by Professor Jones. The Theodore Mach Memorial Prize is presented to Saida Ali. This prize is the gift of Thomas Chappell, class of 1966, and Trinity Honorary Degree, class of 2006, in memory of Theodore Mach, Professor of Religion, and Ellsworth Morton Tracy Lecturer Emeritus, who taught and inspired Mr. Chappell. The Abraham Joshua Heschel Prize is presented to Margaret Andre. This prize is awarded in recognition of outstanding achievement in the study of religion. The Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin Prize in Jewish Studies is presented by Professor Bennett to Talia Hoffenberg. This prize was established by Professors Beryl and Helen Lang in memory of Prime Minister Rabin and in honor of Sarah Stam Lang. It is awarded for excellence in Jewish studies to members of the junior or senior class. The John Andrew Gettier Prize in Hebrew Bible is presented by Professor Jones to Surya Rai. This award was established in 2001 by Robert Benjamin Jr. of the class of 1971 and is awarded to an undergraduate, preferably a senior, who demonstrates significant academic and personal growth as a student of the Hebrew Bible. The Frederick Arrington Prize in Anthropology is presented by Professor Eisenberg Guyot to Ishori Gurung. This prize was established by the Anthropology Department in honor of Frederick Arrington, Distinguished Professor of Anthropology Emeritus. It is awarded to a senior who has demonstrated superior academic achievements and intellectual engagement in anthropology. The next prizes are presented by Professor Wong. The Richard Morris Book Award for Excellence in Education is presented to Emma Shorten. This award was established by the Trinity Education Graduate Association in honor of Richard Morris, Professor of Education. It is presented to members of the senior class who best exemplify qualities of effective teaching and professional growth. The John Levin Prize in Education is presented to Marie Naka in absentia. This prize is awarded to juniors or seniors who plan to pursue a career teaching in an area with a high proportion of disadvantaged youth. It is given in memory of Jonathan Levin, class of 1988, who as a teacher at William Taft High School at the Bronx dedicated his life to improving the lives of young people. The Women's Club of Trinity College Award is presented by Roberta Rogers to Rashida Rattray Reed and Wilma Rivera Otero. The Sickerman Prize in Women, Gender, and Sexuality is presented by Professor Zhang to Julius Bourbeau. The Women's Empowerment Activist Award is presented by Laura Lockwood to Gabrielle Mercutio, Catherine Meslow, and Maya White. This award was established by the Women's Center in 2005. It is granted to students who have exhibited extraordinary initiative, enthusiasm, and effort toward the education, empowerment, and betterment of the lives of female-identified students on campus. The Blanchard Means Prize in Philosophy is presented by Professor Thurer to Ross McKinley. This prize was established by Louise Means in memory of her husband Blanchard Means, Brownell Professor of Philosophy and a member of the Trinity faculty from 1932 to 1972. It is awarded to senior philosophy students who write the best essays as judged by the faculty in philosophy. The next prizes will be presented by Professor Kieran Berry, the Alumni Prize in English Composition. First prize is presented to Matthew Rinaldi. Second prize is presented to Melanie Rail. This prize was established by Trinity College alumni. It is awarded to students who present the best essays on subjects approved by the English department. The Jan Cohn Senior Thesis Award is presented to Emma Markowski. This award was established in 2005 by the Trinity English Department and is presented to those English majors who have written the best senior theses for the year. The prize honors the memory of Jan Cohn, one of the college's most vibrant teachers. She was former Dean of the Faculty at Trinity College and Keith Funston Professor of American Literature and American Studies. The Academy of American Poets Prize is presented to Daniel Lanois. This prize was established by Trinity College in conjunction with the Academy of American Poets and the University and College Poetry Prize program. It is awarded in recognition of the best individual poem written by a Trinity College student. The Rule Crompton Tuttle Prize is presented to Grace Fangman in absentia and Melanie Rail. This prize was established by a bequest of Mr. Rule Crompton Tuttle, class of 1889. It is awarded to students deemed the best scholars in the English department from the junior class. The Fred File Memorial Prize in Creative Writing is presented to Orly Perez in absentia. This prize is awarded to a student who has written a literary work which addresses issues of social justice and the impact of culture and politics on human relationships. The prize honors Fred File's commitment to literature and activism. The John Curtis Underwood 96 Memorial Prize in Poetry. First prize is presented to Ree San Diego. Second prize is presented to Gemma Feltovich. Third prize is presented to Sydney Smith. This prize was established by Clarence Penn, class of 1912. It is presented for the best group of poems. The John Dando Prize is presented to Ellie Ryan in absentia and Gianni Yu. This prize was established by friends and former students of the late Professor John Dando in recognition of his distinguished career spanning 3 decades as a teacher of Shakespeare in the English department. It is awarded to an undergraduate for outstanding work in the study of Shakespeare. The Trinity Alumnus Prize in Prose Fiction. First prize presented to Reese San Diego. Second prize presented to Ali Michelados. Third prize presented to Madeline Bailey. This prize was established by Mr. Clarence Penn, class of 1912. It is presented for the best original manuscript of short stories. The Elma Martin Book Award is presented to Mia Pujol Briseno. This prize was established in memory of Elma Martin, wife of Harold Martin, the Charles A. Dana College Professor of the Humanities. It is awarded to an undergraduate woman who exemplifies qualities that were so admired in Elma Martin: generosity, love of reading, civic involvement, and a commitment to the welfare and advancement of women. The next prizes will be presented by Professor Nebelon. The Rosamond Mankell Prize is presented to Nicole Ankra in absentia. This prize was established in 1991 by family and friends in memory of Rosamond Mankell, IDP class of 1973. It is awarded annually to an outstanding member of the junior class who is an American Studies major. The Eugene Leach Prize in American Studies is presented to Pedro Olivas Holguin, Jr. This prize, established by the American Studies program in 2011, is awarded annually to the graduating senior for the best project that makes an original contribution to interdisciplinary work in American culture. The American Studies Prize is presented to Mohammed Jebli. This prize is awarded to a graduating senior for the best thesis that makes an original contribution to interdisciplinary work in American culture. The Ann Petrie Book Prize is presented by Professor Baldwin to Michaela Rivera. This prize honors African-American writer and Connecticut resident Ann Petrie. It is awarded to the junior or senior who presents the best essay on race in American culture and its intersections with other conditions, especially gender and class. The Judy Dworin Prize is presented, pause there, yeah. Go ahead. Okay. The Judy Dworin Prize is presented to Margaret Farrell. This prize honors Judy Dworin, Professor of Theater and Dance Emerita, who was the first woman to receive a Trinity College diploma and the first American Studies major at the college. It is awarded annually for the best work of independent research by an American Studies major that furthers social justice. Professor Nebelon will present the Beeching Leonard Award to Meme Afua Dansawa Adu, named for Barbara Beeching and Emily Leonard, 2 women who returned to graduate study many years after attending college and embarking on careers and families. This award recognizes excellence among graduate student work. The next prizes will be presented by Professor Regan Lefebvre. The Britton Thompson Prize in United States History is presented to Zachary Delgaizo. This prize was established by Dr. Britton Thompson, Northam Professor Emeritus, and a former chair of the History Department. It is awarded to the senior who has achieved the best work in United States history. The Ferguson Prize in History is presented to first prize Seth Pepe, second prize Charlie Tang. This prize was established by Professor Henry Ferguson of the class of 1878. It is awarded for the best essay submitted to the Department of History. The George Cooper Prize in British History is awarded to Julius Bourbeau. This prize was established by Dr. Brinton Thompson upon the retirement of Dr. George Cooper, Northam Professor Emeritus, to recognize Dr. Cooper's distinguished career. It is awarded to a student who has achieved the best work in British history. The Miles Tuttle Prize is presented to Zachary Delgaizo. This prize is awarded to members of the senior class who write the best essay in history. The Mickey and Hyde Dworin Award is presented to Chloe Tobin for Asian Studies and Hamdan Al-Mansouri for Eastern European Studies. This award was established by Mr. Hyde Dworin. It is awarded to seniors who have demonstrated outstanding scholarship in Asian Studies and in Eastern European Studies. The Gerald McNamara Prize in History is presented to Olivia Norton. This prize was established in 2013 by his wife Ronnie and daughter Annie in loving memory of Jerry McNamara, class of 1962, who believed strongly in lifelong learning and the importance of active and vibrant scholarly debate. It is awarded to a student who, like Jerry, enlightened the classroom with vigorous intellectual engagement and robust class participation. The George Meade Prize in History is presented to Saikai Chikosi in absentia. The George Meade Prize in History for Scholarship in Non-English Sources is presented by Mimi Patterson-Meade to Dasha Vane. These prizes were established by a bequest of George Meade, Trinity Honorary Degree, class of 1937. They are awarded to outstanding history majors in the first year or in the sophomore class. The Everett and Joanne Elting Prize for Human Rights and Global Citizenship is presented by Professor Carbonetti to Theodora Euphemia Tatsi. This prize honors Ev Elting Jr., class of 1958. It recognizes a student who has taken a human rights course and modeled academic excellence and a commitment to global citizenship. The George Meade Prize in Political Science is presented by Mimi Patterson-Meade to Maxwell Cooper in absentia, Hannah Fliss, Malika Rice, and Cassidy Yon. This prize was established by a bequest of George Meade, Trinity Honorary Degree, class of 1937. It is awarded to those students receiving the highest marks in the Introduction to International Relations course. The next prizes will be presented by Professor Doe. The Ferguson Prize in Government is presented to Emily Fox in absentia and Bennett Gessler in absentia. This prize was established by Professor Henry Ferguson of the class of 1878. It is awarded for the best essay submitted to the Department of Political Science. The Ferguson Thesis Prize is presented to Jacob Lohr. This prize is awarded annually for the best thesis in political science. The Diana Evans Prize for Experiential Learning is presented by Professor Diana Evans to Lucy Sheldon. This prize celebrates the career of Professor Diana Evans. It is awarded to a political science major who demonstrates both excellence in the performance of internship responsibilities and true experiential learning through integration of academic learning with their work as an intern. The next prizes are presented by Professor Zhang. The Professor Albert Gassman Book Prize and International Studies Award is presented to Alicia Grande. This prize was established by the faculty of the International Studies program in honor of Albert Gassman, Professor Emeritus in Political Science, and for decades a scholar and student of many regions of the world. It is awarded to a senior majoring in international studies with experience abroad who has demonstrated exceptional academic achievement. The Leslie DeMong Prize in Caribbean and Latin American Studies is presented to Lujan Palacios Benitez. This prize is awarded to a graduating senior in international studies who has demonstrated personal growth and academic excellence in Caribbean and Latin American studies. The next prizes will be presented by Professor Myers. The Kenneth Grossman 78 Senior Research Prize for Global Studies. First prize is presented to Theodora Euphemia Tatsi. Second prize is presented to Isabella Paris. This prize was established in honor of Professor Eugene Leach to support student investigations of global issues that will confront humankind collectively in the 21st century and beyond. The Jeffrey Kelter Urban Research Prize is presented to Emma Kozak and Rio Smith. This prize supports student investigations of a broad range of key urban issues confronting humankind. The Rosemary and Stan Marcus 63 Fellowships are presented to Zainab Aguzer and Avery Sands. These fellowships provide opportunities for students interested in advancing inquiry into and research related to issues faced by urban communities. The research will culminate in a senior honors thesis and submission to articles for publication in scholarly journals. The Technos International Prize is presented by Professor Izumi to Chloe Tobin. The recipient of the Technos International Prize at Trinity College is recognized as a student of outstanding academic achievement and a record of personal commitment to international understanding and goodwill. The Outstanding Senior Urban Studies Major is presented by Professor Myers to Emma Kozak. This prize recognizes scholarly achievement in urban studies. And at this time, I am delighted to invite Mitch Poland, Associate Dean for Curriculum and Professor of Theater and Dance, to take over and come to the podium. Thank you.
The Cabot-Folco Public Policy and Law Book Prize is presented by Professor Folco to Emma Kozak. This prize is awarded by the Public Policy and Law program to the students who write the best papers in the area of public policy. The next prizes are presented by Professor Halliday and Professor Shikaki. The John C. Alexander Memorial Award is presented to Thomas Fahey and Jake Robbins. The Ferguson Prize in Economics is presented to Tudor Ionescu. This prize was established by Professor Henry Ferguson of the class of 1878. It is awarded for the best essay submitted to the Department of Economics. The Faculty of Economics Award is presented to Elizabeth Harris, Antonia Ruska, in absentia. This award is presented to graduating senior majors in economics who have demonstrated the greatest promise as a professional economist. The Peter Schaefer Memorial Prize is presented to Vincent Ferrara Jr., Andrew Hole, Shane Mosia, Taha Mula, Sarah Poskanzer, Andrew Pratt Jr., Ernesto Solana, Lily Trunzo, and James Webb. This prize was established by classmates in memory of Peter Schaefer, class of 1964. It is presented to students who have achieved the highest grades in introductory economics. The G. Keith Funston Prize in Economics is presented to Cole Berglund, Parnian Gaimi, Armin Nanayan, Sinwan Feng. Established in honor of the late G. Keith Funston, class of 1932, a former president and charter trustee of the college, this prize is awarded annually to seniors majoring in economics who are outstanding scholars and are actively involved in the life of the college. The John L. Nicholas 87 Award in Entrepreneurial Studies is presented by Professor Stringham to Zamia Baradas. This award is presented to an undergraduate who demonstrates the greatest aptitude for an entrepreneurial career. It recognizes the student who submits the most promising portfolio of academic work in preparation for entrepreneurial endeavors. The Catherine George Tyree Innovation Fellow Award is presented by Danny Briere to Hadisha Kaitsa and Ralston Raphael. This award honors an outstanding second-year student who showcases innovation, creativity, problem-solving, and forward-thinking entrepreneurship, and who is dedicated to pioneering solutions, transforming ideas into reality, and fostering positive cultural change. The N. Lewis Shipley Entrepreneurial Innovation Award is presented to Nathan Sykes. This award recognizes a senior student's outstanding entrepreneurial talent, capacity to apply scholarly knowledge with innovative drive, and unwavering commitment to entrepreneurial pursuits. The Sociology Prize for Academic Excellence is presented by Professor Williams to Claire Schreckengast and Olivia Sylvie. This prize was established by the Department of Sociology to recognize outstanding scholarship in sociology. It is awarded to outstanding majors for achievement at the advanced undergraduate level. The Psychology Prize is presented by Professor Anselmi to Matthew Perella and Naya Rowe. This prize is awarded to students with a distinguished academic record in psychology. Recipients must complete a senior thesis and contribute substantially in service to the college, the department, or the community. The Priscilla Cahoe Neuroscience Prize is presented by Professor Martinez to Eiley Ramsden. This prize is presented to the students who are making the most outstanding contributions to neuroscience as determined by the faculty. The Gillian Hegarty Prize is presented by Professor Puljung to Spencer Rooney and Malia Ruggiero. This prize, established in memory of Gillian Hegarty, class of 2024, is awarded to a sophomore who has shown outstanding promise in neuroscience and who has contributed substantially to the community. The next prizes will be presented by Professor Kyle. The George E. Nichols III Prize in Theater Arts is presented to Gianni Yu. This prize is to honor the graduating students whose college career best exemplifies high standards of artistic and intellectual achievement in theater at Trinity College. The Frank W. Whitlock Prize in Drama. First prize is presented to Ali Michelatos, second prize to Kathleen Kelly, and third prize to Lily Mellitz. This prize was founded by a legacy of Mrs. Lucy Whitlock in honor of her son. It is awarded to students who have written outstanding plays over the last academic year. The Diebold Family Prize in Dance is presented to Benoit Tan. This prize was established by the Diebold family and is awarded to juniors or seniors of any major who participate extensively in Trinity's dance program. The recipients must demonstrate distinction in choreography and dance performance. The Friends of Art Award for Studio Arts is presented by Professor Sullivan to Paola Evangelista, Fabiola Cabello Gomez, and Luisa Gillett. This award is presented to students who demonstrate exceptional achievements in painting, graphics, sculpture, or photography. The Anna Hellman Prize for Painting is presented by Professor Wu to Abigail Maelo, Luca Paleologo, and Alexei Surilov. This prize was established by Rabbi Leonard Hellman, class of 1948, in honor of his mother, Anna Hellman. It is awarded to students of painting who are distinguished in accomplishment and promise. The Mitchell and Pappas Memorial Prize is presented by Professor Sullivan to Sabrina Codrington, Justin Wilmot. This prize was established to honor the memory of Professor Mitchell and Pappas of Trinity's Fine Arts Department. It is awarded to a student who shows special promise in the area of studio arts. The Fern D. Nye Award for Graphic Arts is presented by Professor Wu to Leon Delera, Jenna Lynn Germano, Eleanor Harper, Kaim Nguyen, and Elsie Sachs. This award is presented to students who, on the basis of work or originality, demonstrate excellence in graphic arts. The Jacqueline Caples Prize in Sculpture is presented by Professor Sullivan to Marcella Huang and Charlie Tang. This prize is given by the faculty of the Department of Fine Arts in memory of their colleague, Professor Jacqueline Caples. It is awarded to students in recognition of significant accomplishment in sculpture. The next prizes will be presented by Professor Fitzgerald. The Esther and Lloyd Cooper Prize in Fine Arts is presented to Eugenia Montero Chavez. This prize was established by George Britton Cooper in honor of his parents and by Alan Britton Cooper, class of 1966, in honor of his grandparents. It is awarded to the juniors or seniors of any major who demonstrate distinction in any branch of the history or practice of the fine arts. The Friends of Art Award for Art History is presented to Kendall Dorsey. This award is presented to the graduating majors whose academic record and promise of future achievement best epitomizes the goals of the Friends of Art to cultivate and sustain the arts among us. The John Taylor Prize in Architecture is presented to Christopher Del Cristo in absentia. This prize was established by family, friends, and colleagues of John C. E. Taylor, Professor of Fine Arts, from 1941 to 1970. It is awarded to the student whose interests, like Professor Taylor's, are focused on the practice or history of architecture. The Helen Loveland Morris Prize in Music is presented by Professor Gom to Madison Thompson and Gianni Yu. This prize was established by Robert S. Morris, class of 1916. It is awarded to students who have made outstanding contributions to music in the college based on their record in music courses and in department-sponsored performance activities. The Lise Irene Waxer Prize in Music is presented by Professor Gom to Maya White. This prize was established to honor the memory of Lise Waxer by a gift from her mother, Diane Yip, and Lise's colleagues at Trinity College and in Hartford. It is awarded to the student who, in the opinion of the Department of Music, has made an outstanding contribution to ethnomusicology or a world music ensemble in the college. The InterArts Award is presented by Professor Pappas to Benoit Than. This award is given to a student who exemplifies the InterArts values of interdisciplinarity, artistic experimentation, and community support. The Phi Gamma Delta Prize in Mathematics is presented by Professor Churchill, Professor Morrow, and Professor Ma. For the first year, first prize, Sanvi Bajaj, Maxwell Cooper in absentia, Zoe Maggioni, Jacob Padashki. Second prize is Shamshir Jizing Tamang, Julia Golas in absentia, Birduktait Habte Georgi, Sikai Imbearwo Shikosi in absentia, Dustin Nguyen, and Lou Restrepo. Third prize to Dinah Chem, Ellie Leo, Marta Mazoshi, Chao An Pham. For the second year, first prize Ki Te Huang, Chi Lei in absentia, Hyun Lee. Second prize to Claudia Gear in absentia, Zainab Khan, Emily McCool, Ivan Zheng. And third prize to Shivanshu Dwivedi, Isold Edson, and Manuel Rhodes. These prizes are awarded each year to the highest-ranking students in first-year mathematics 131 and 132, and second-year mathematics 231. The Phi Gamma Delta Senior Prize is presented by Professor Kunzel to Alexander Domat. This prize is awarded to the student adjudged by the Department of Mathematics to be its most outstanding senior major. The Phi Gamma Delta Teaching Fellowship is presented by Professor Sandoval to Ki Tai Huang and Shashwath Sunkum. The Teaching Fellowship is presented to the students with distinguished work in mathematics courses and who are qualified to aid the Department of Mathematics in its instructional endeavors. The Irving K. Butler Prize in Mathematics is presented by Professor Ma to Ki Tai Huang. This prize was established by a bequest of Irving K. Butler. It is awarded to a rising senior who has done outstanding work in mathematics. The next prizes will be presented by Professor Sandoval. The Robert C. Stewart Prize is presented to Ali Mikalatos. The Marjorie V. Butcher Prize, Actuarial Studies in Applied Mathematics Prize is presented to Lily Pubilonis and Shashwath Sunkum. This prize is awarded to seniors who have done outstanding work in actuarial studies or applied mathematics. The next prizes will be presented by Professor Pitt. The Environmental Science Senior Prize is presented to Haley Sussman. This prize is given to a graduating senior majoring in environmental science who, by vote of the Faculty of Environmental Science, is recognized for academic excellence and significant contributions to the environmental science program. The Trinity Prize in Environmental Sustainability is presented by Haley Berliner to Daira Saji, Grace Sullivan, and Haley Sussman. This prize is given to an undergraduate student for outstanding leadership in and contributions to sustainability. Sustainable contributions may include, but are not limited to, academic excellence, community service, leadership and sustainability-focused student organizations, and research. The Environmental Science Leadership Prize is presented by Professor Pitt to Daira Saji, Grace Sullivan, Haley Sussman, and Malaya Ryan. The Environmental Science Leadership Prize recognizes an exceptional student who has demonstrated outstanding leadership, innovation, and dedication to environmental science and sustainability. This award celebrates individuals who have gone above and beyond in contributing to environmental conservation, sustainability projects, environmental justice, or raising awareness on critical environmental issues. The James M. Van Stone Memorial Book Prize is presented by Professor Fournier to Weston Turner. This prize was established in honor of James M. Van Stone, Professor of Biology. It is awarded by the Biology Department to first-year students who have performed outstanding work in the classroom and the laboratory of the introductory biology course. The J. Wendell Berger Prize in Biology is presented by Professor Bennett to Ginger Watzinger. This prize was established by faculty, alumni, and friends in honor of James Wendell Berger, the J. Pierpont Morgan Professor of Biology. It is awarded to senior majors in biology who have demonstrated the greatest promise for a career in biological science. The Thomas Hume Bissonnette Biology Achievement Award is presented by Professor Patel to Marina Forney and Hannah Mullaney. This award was established in honor of Thomas Hume Bissonnette, a world-renowned animal physiologist who served on the Trinity biology faculty during the 1920s through 1940s. It is awarded to senior biology majors who are recognized for outstanding academic excellence and for significant contributions to the biology department. The Schneider Blackburn Research Prize in Biology is presented by Professor Schneider to Ginger Watzinger. This award is presented to a student whose laboratory or field research in biology has been published in literature or shows great promise for future publication. And now please welcome Sarah Raskin, Associate Dean for Faculty Development, and Charles A. Dana, Professor of Psychology and Neuroscience.
The Connecticut Valley section of the American Chemical Society Award is presented by Professors Curran, Kriebel, and Hansen to Cody J. Porter, IDP, for biochemistry, and Samuel A. Salas-Sanabria for chemistry. This award is presented to seniors for outstanding accomplishment in the studies of biochemistry and chemistry. The American Institute of Chemists Award is presented by Professors Kovarik, DePhillips, and Hill to Sharon Sango for biochemistry and Camille Schubert for chemistry in absentia. This award is presented to seniors majoring in chemistry and biochemistry who have demonstrated scholastic achievement, leadership, ability, and character. The Division of Analytical Chemistry of the American Chemical Society Award is presented by Professor Ashby to Samuel A. Salas-Sanabria. This award is presented to a student who's completed their third undergraduate year and who displays interest in and aptitude for a career in analytical chemistry. The Division of Organic Chemistry of the American Chemical Society Award is presented by Professor Curran to Lily L. Pubilones. This award is given to a senior student for achievement in organic chemistry. The Division of Inorganic Chemistry of the American Chemical Society Award is presented by Professor Basilio to Ivan Zhang. This award is given to a student for achievement in inorganic chemistry. The Division of Physical Chemistry of the American Chemical Society Award is presented to Camille Schubert in absentia. This award recognizes outstanding achievement in physical chemistry. The Division of Environmental Chemistry of the American Chemical Society Award is presented by Professor Basilio to Ryan T. Barthel. This award is given to a student for achievement in environmental chemistry. The Division of Biochemistry and Chemical Biology of the American Chemical Society Award is presented to Professor Curran to Hannah E. Marzo. This award is given to a student for achievement in biological chemistry. The Jessica Elisa Owens Memorial Award is presented by Professor Ashby to Valerie Casella. This award is given in memory of Jessica Owens, class of 2005, by the faculty members of the chemistry department for academic achievement in chemistry or biochemistry and outstanding contributions to community service. The Lisa P. Nestor Award for Excellence in Student Teaching in Sciences is presented by Professor Kovarik to Ryan T. Barthel, Lily Publiones, Samuel A. Salas Sanabria, Sharon Sango. This prize is given in memory of Lisa Nestor, a beloved teacher in the chemistry department. It is awarded to students who, through their dedication and passion as student teachers in the chemistry department, have made a positive and lasting contribution to the education of fellow students. The Lisa P. Nestor Chemical Rubber Company Award is presented by Professor Basilio and Professor Roy Chowdhury to Timothy M. Callahan, Justin Chan, Sydney Davidson, Mallory Q. Kerr, Piper Morris, Audra K. Pilkington, Elsie L. Sachs, Madeline M. Silk, and Weston Turner. This award is presented to first-year chemistry students for outstanding achievement in general chemistry. The Louis Aron Class of 1977 Prize in Biochemistry is presented by Professor Curran to Lily L. Publiones. This prize is awarded to a senior biochemistry major who, in addition to being an outstanding student in biochemistry, has demonstrated interest in general scholarship and campus activities. The following awards are presented by Professor Schwartz. The Physics Prize is presented to Daniel A. Arango, Charlotte Bizup, Sydney Davidson, and Merrick Yassar. This prize was established by the faculty of the Department of Physics and Astronomy. It is awarded to students for exceptional achievement in Physics 141 and Physics 231L. The Albert J. Howard Jr. Prize is presented to Shivanshu Dwivedi and Claudia J. Gear in absentia. This prize is awarded to members of the junior class who have done outstanding work in physics. The prize was established in 2004 by friends and colleagues of the late Albert J. Howard Jr., Professor of Physics, in honor of his more than 40 years of service to the physics department. The Physics Senior Prize is presented to Nathan Brodeur in absentia and Felix J. Goldman in absentia. This prize recognizes outstanding scholarship in physics. Established in 1976 by the Faculty of Physics and Astronomy, it is awarded to senior physics majors for demonstrated excellence in physics at the advanced undergraduate level. The next prizes are presented by Professor Byers. The Edwin P. Nye Award is presented to Pooja Prakash Babu, Scarlett Hayes, and Isabel M. Tagliaferro. This award was established by family and friends and colleagues of the late Professor Edwin P. Nye. It is presented to an undergraduate who has demonstrated understanding and concern for the need to achieve a harmonious balance between man's technology and the natural environment. The Hartford section of the American Society of Mechanical Engineers Prize is presented to Emanuele Cepinelli III in absentia. This prize is awarded to a junior who is concentrating in mechanical engineering and has an exceptional academic record. The Junior Engineering Book Prize is presented to Kaylee M. Spencer. This prize is awarded to a rising senior engineering major who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and has shown evidence of professional development. The Theodore R. Blakesley II Award is presented to Tu Huang Vu and Hayden L. Cazzola. This award was established by family, friends, and colleagues of Professor Theodore R. Blakesley II, Associate Professor of Engineering. It is presented to outstanding teaching assistants in engineering. The Traveler Company's Foundation Senior Research Prize is presented to George Henderson and Jason Troiano for engineering, and Yasuke Abe, Tadija Sarik, and Anthony Smaldor for computer science. This prize is awarded to students whose senior projects in the fields of engineering and computer science have been deemed the most outstanding by an independent board chosen from Trinity faculty and the Travelers staff. The Connecticut Space Grant Consortium UG Scholarship is presented to Kaylee M. Spencer. The next prizes are presented by Professor Spezialetti. The Ralph E. Waldy Prize in Computer Science is presented to Hyun Lee, 26. This prize was established to honor Professor Ralph E. Waldy, Professor of Computer Science and a founding member of the Computer Science Department. It is awarded to a rising senior computer science major who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement in computer science. The Ralph A. Morelli Prize in Computer Science is presented to Matthew R. Bernhat. This prize was established to honor Professor Ralph A. Morelli, Professor of Computer Science and one of the founding members of the Computer Science Department. It recognizes graduating senior computer science majors who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement in computer science. The Bronzell Dinkins Senior Service Award is presented to BDS Aritro and Mia F. Criani. The prize honors Professor Bronzell Dinkins and recognizes a senior computer science or interdisciplinary computing major who has demonstrated outstanding service to the department. The Harriet and Edward Ellikin Essay Prize is presented by Eric Stojkovic, College Archivist and Manuscript Librarian, and the prize is awarded to Savannah N. Brooks in absentia. The First Year Papers Award is presented by Professor Marino to William J. Bannon IV, Alexander B. Gervais, Brielle Cardenas, Julia Clark, Mariam M. Darwish, Ada Dobetskaya, Alexandra Gromshevsky, Nicholas C. Hansen, Lorenza Jaramillo, Michelle G. Wilson. This award is given to those students whose papers written for a first-year seminar or program were selected for inclusion in the first-year papers. Inclusion is determined by an editorial board comprised of dean scholars. The Samuel and Clara Hendel Memorial Book Prize is presented by Professor Folco to Gianna I. DeRosa. This prize was established by friends, colleagues, and former students to honor Samuel Hendel, Professor of Political Science, and Mrs. Hendel. It is awarded to the undergraduate who wrote the best paper on a topic involving issues of civil liberties or social justice. The Trinity Papers Award is presented by Professor Freimeyer to Yasmin Barnes, William J. Brennan, Savannah N. Brooks in absentia, Alexander B. Gervais, Bridget Kahan, Jacob T. Lohr, Rashid A. Saria, Nicole Vega, Kaylee P. Zito. The Trinity Papers, established by a group of President's Fellows, is an annual journal which publishes outstanding examples of student scholarship in recognition of their exceptional achievement. The Samuel S. Fishstone Award are presented by Liliana Pauley and Joe Barber for civil rights and civil liberties to Jacob T. Lohr, for community service to Aida Haley and Liana S. Morrison. These awards were established in memory of Samuel S. Fishstone, class of 1925, a prominent figure in social work and welfare. They are presented to students who have demonstrated initiative and creativity in community service and who have worked with dedication in the field of civil rights. The Alexander A. Goldfarb Award for Community Service is presented by Joe Barber to Anna G. Grant Bolton. This award is presented jointly by the City of Hartford and Trinity College to the students who, through community service, have done the most to benefit the City of Hartford and its citizens during the current year. The St. Anthony Hall Community Service Award is presented by William Peel to Hope E. Betancourt and Skylar G. Sargent. This award was established by the St. Anthony Hall Foundation. It is awarded to fraternity or sorority members who have demonstrated initiative, creativity, and commitment in the areas of service, activism, or civic engagement. The Student Government Association Awards are presented by Dean Selders and Ava Caudle. Established Leader Manuela S. Rhodes. Emerging Leader Ainai Aloha O. Adegbayai. Student Organization The Mill Isabella Zora. These awards are presented to students who have performed unusual service for the college community or local community. They are presented to an individual or group that has contributed the most to the betterment of the Trinity community. The John F. Boyer Award is presented by Nick Similo to Olivia P. Sylvie. This award was established in memory of John F. Boyer. It is presented to the senior who has devoted a significant amount of time and energy to one or more of Trinity's student publications and who has made the most significant contributions to the Tripod, the Ivy, the Review, and Silences in the last year or years. The Elizabeth Elting Foundation Venture Prize for Women's Leadership is presented by President Joanne Berger Sweeney to Melina P. Corfanta. And now, let's have a round of applause for all the prize recipients.
To know me is to know that I believe deeply in gratitude as a practice. It's become a bit of a meme around here. In times when cynicism seems ascendant, and when the milk of human kindness seems to have all but evaporated in the blazing inferno of inhumanity, we must call our inner selves to abide by the cooling pool of gratitude. As Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel reminds us, just to be is a blessing. Just to live is holy. So I want you to call to mind one thing for which you are grateful this afternoon. An encounter with friends or colleagues, an award received or accomplishment achieved, a transcendent experience of beauty in the fresh bloom of spring flowers, or the soft brush of the morning breeze. Whatever it is that sparks gratitude within you, I invite you to call it to the front of your mind and hold it in your heart as we pray. Ever-abiding Spirit, source and destiny of all created things, as we prepare to part from one another, we ask you to keep us in the spirit of gratitude, grateful for the splendor of the whole creation, for the beauty of this world, for the wonders of life and the mystery of love. Grateful for the blessings of families, friends, colleagues, professors, coaches, and mentors, and for the loving care which surrounds us on every side. Grateful for the tasks that demand our best efforts and for accomplishments which satisfy and delight us. Grateful for the disappointments and failures that teach us humility and reliance on that which is greater than ourselves alone. Send us forth inspired and supported by this spirit of gratitude, that our work to imagine a more just world may emerge from love and abundance. Let it be. Ashe. Amen.